You came up in an era, Miss Rashad, where dignity and grace were everything. So do you ever look at how wild Hollywood is now and you just think to yourself, boy, y'all got it easy. Y'all wouldn't have got away with that in my day.
Mm. Yeah, you'd have to look at Hollywood. I could look at the way young ladies dress.
Mm. I knew I should have wore some other pants.
You got your
I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about
elbow, shoulder over here. I just, you want my coat?
The young ladies are so beautiful. Mm-hmm. They're so beautiful, and something has happened in popular culture. Mm-hmm. And I don't mean to be critical, and I hope young ladies listening don't take this as personal criticism, because I don't mean it that way. Mm-hmm. But you're young queens. I'm taken aback when I see on a college campus young women dressed in strips of clothing. Mm. But more importantly than that, no man wants his woman to be out like that. Mm. Right?
No, I grew up on Method Man saying wearing 3/4 of cloth, never showing your stuff off. Boo. That's what he said.
No, that's right. But not only that, it's like there's.
She brings up a good point, but of course, modern women will say they aren't dressing for men. Grace, elegance, strength. These are words that come to mind when we think of Phylicia Rashad. For decades, she has exemplified the kind of womanhood that is both poised and powerful. In a time when loudness is often mistaken for strength, there's something deeply refreshing about how she carries herself. Today, we explore what modern women can learn from the timeless grace and elegance of the one and only Phylicia Rashad. For many, Phylicia Rashad is best known for her role as Claire Huxtable on The Cosby Show. But she wasn't just a TV mom. She was the TV mom. Intelligent, warm, and unwaveringly classy. She became an icon of Black excellence, but beyond the screen, Rashad is a decorated actress, a director, a mentor, and a symbol of dignified womanhood. So what exactly makes her so inspiring? And how can today's women embody the same essence? Someone who exudes so much grace. I've heard her described as, people that met her, that she is so regal that she floats off the ground. And always just so gracious and kind. And I wish that more women had Phylicia Rashad's mentality going forth in the world. Can we make that a trend? Can this start trending on TikTok? Because I already saw resistance to it, especially, certain young ladies who don't know what to do with themselves when they are faced with an elder that speaks life into them. Like she says something, light ain't heavy, like she speaks in these parables and poetry, and these women of this age, I'm afraid, just are too base to understand where she's coming from. And they have no desire really to jump in there. Like, I wish this would really take off as a trend, the Phylicia Rashad challenge or something, just to bring grace back into this. Because these are the women that we all revered. You notice in the interview, there was no over talking. I watched the whole interview of The Breakfast Club. It was right after the fight that Jess Hilarious and Lauren LaRosa were having, the argument, which I still think was a bit of theater. I think that's been proven now that they're doing Monica and Brandy remakes.
About enough. It's not hard to see the job is mine.
Today's designers, there's ways. There are other things, and I just
leave something to the imagination.
Yeah,
it would be nice.
Some things are for my eyes only, Yep, and like you said, there are ways of being sexy without showing so much.
Oh, please, and that's really not sexy.
One of the most sexiest, most beautiful pictures is you. I forgot what year it was, but you got on like a basketball jersey and like some jeans, you eating some popcorn. That's an iconic picture.
Is it the white jersey?
Oh, sweet.
Yes.
That was, yeah. That
is a beautiful picture. That is the epitome of sexy.
Oh, well. I think it has a lot to do with what they see. Mm-hmm. What they're emulating what they see.
Yeah.
See, we grew up in a time where, you know, the singers, these ladies were dressed down, darling. These women, whew, they were wearing robes and gowns and do. Right?
Yes, ma'am.
Well, it's a little different today.
Yeah.
It's interesting how people could misinterpret exactly what Miss Rashad was saying.
Why is it that anytime older women try to give game to younger women, it always circles back to being about a man? No disrespect to Phylicia Rashad. I respect that lady. I think she's beautiful. She's talented. She's everything. But she is a pick-me also. I already peeped the game when she was riding for Bill Cosby. I don't feel like getting into all of that. But she was on the Breakfast Club and she was talking about the way that women dress today. Now, she's entitled to her opinion. That's totally fine. And I was okay with the message until she said, and most importantly, no man wants a woman that dresses whatever way they were talking about.
But see, this shows the lack of importance a woman like this puts on a man's opinion at all. She don't care what we think. Women who could care less about what we think.
Why is that the most important element when it comes to how a woman is dressing?
It's not the most important.
Understand that not all women date men. There are some women that don't date men. There are a lot of women out here that have opted out of dating entirely and don't care about what a man want to see her in. Why does everything older women say always have to go back to a man? I don't understand that. They need to reprogram their minds. They need to reprogram their minds. Like, it's 2025. We work too hard to have autonomy, to always have to be connected to what a man likes and what a man doesn't like. If y'all constantly keep saying, oh, men don't like when women dress like this, men don't like when women wear their hair like this, wear lashes, wear makeup, this or whatever, and a woman is still doing those things that a man doesn't want, wouldn't that tell you that we don't care?
You hear her mouth. In contrast to what Phylicia Rashad sounds like. Is this what you want? Or is this what you want?
Don't take this as personal criticism, because I don't mean it that way.
Mm-hmm.
But you're young queens. I'm taken aback when I see.
She even called this lady who otherwise cusses like a sailor a young queen. And that's how she interpreted. That's what she fed back to Phylicia Rashad. This is the disconnect we're having here.
Coco and Ice-T. She dressed however she wants to dress. She do whatever she want to do. And he's been married to her for how long? There are plenty of men that don't be getting in women's business like that. They don't care about policing women and trying to control a woman's every move.
You mean the men that aren't concerned with what goes on in their woman's life? Got it. So you call that policing women's move or being in women's business. I hate that terminology right now because you act like you're living in a separate world where you're existing within a vacuum so that you can do whatever you want without any scrutiny. I'm sorry, that just does not exist. And the men that pretend that they don't care usually are some of the worst offenders of everything you say you don't want. That's the thing you don't realize. The man that's telling you what you want to hear, that's catering to you. I've heard some women that want men to be obsessed with them. Those are the men you need to watch out for. That's what you don't understand. And like you said, not all women want men. Maybe you want another woman. But I'm sad to inform you that other women are saying the exact things when they're in relationships with other women. They're reporting the same issues that men are having. So yeah.
Y'all be the ones who try to control everything y'all women do because y'all are insecure and y'all care about the public's perception of you. And like I said, I would be totally fine with the message if she kept it about the women and themselves. But to constantly always have to bring something back to a man, it's crazy. It's getting old. It's been old.
But every once in a while, the comments get it right and pressure is applied. So people have to respond in kind.
Okay, I had to make a follow-up video because a lot of y'all keep saying I'm missing Phylicia Rashad's point, but no, y'all are actually missing my point. Y'all think my video is a rebuttal against her saying that young women need to dress more appropriately. And that's not what that is. I clearly said, why did she censor that around men? She specifically said when she's on the college campus, she sees the way these young girls dress. First of all, these young women, we're going to say they're around 18 to 25 years old. She's talking about the way that they dress. Okay, that's fine. Older women, they've been talking about the way younger women dress for years. Who knows? I might get older and older and start talking about the way these young girls dress as well.
You will?
My thing is, why are you telling 18 to 25-year-old women that are in college that the most important reason why they should be dressing more appropriately is because of a man? These aren't married women. For y'all people in the comments that keep saying a man and a woman, man and woman. These aren't married people. These are young college-aged women just living their lives. Why do they have to wake up in the morning and be like, oh, let me put on something that a man is going to be okay with?
So she's going to take the most literal take on this, ignoring all the logic that goes into what the whole conversation is about. Okay, got it.
Okay with. And then for y'all that keep saying that I disrespected Phylicia Rashad and all of this, just because I disagree with what she says, that don't mean I disrespected her. That's y'all problem. Y'all think just because we grew up looking up to somebody or seeing them on TV or we respect them, that we can't disagree with something that they say. And then another point that keeps being missed in my video, when I said Coco and Ice-T as an example of a woman dressing how she wants and her man accepting her, because clearly y'all keep saying that no man wants a woman that dresses this, and y'all know that that's not true. There are plenty of women that are strippers, that do content, that are Instagram models, that dress however they want, that have men, that have husbands, that have people that are interested in them. Why do y'all make it seem like this isn't a thing in real life? But anyway,
Why are you using them as examples unless that's something you aspire to? That's all I want to know.
Coco and Ice-T as an example because they've been married for over 20 years.
Okay.
And she dressed how she want to dress. And he's fine with it. And I ain't never heard about him cheating on her or beating her ass or nothing crazy. They be chilling. And no disrespect to Phylicia Rashad, but she's been married and divorced 3 times, if I'm not mistaken. And it's clear that the way that you dress doesn't keep a man or doesn't make a man treat you right.
She's in her full rebellion here. But there were some women that weren't as hard-headed as this one. Some that actually got it.
Jay-Z has a lyric that says, you can pay for school, but you can't buy class. I don't know if you guys saw that interview yesterday with Phylicia Rashad on The Breakfast Club. But when I tell you, she just exudes class. Mm-hmm. And not just being a woman, but a lady. And you know you're in the presence of a lady because your posture changes. Your conversation changes.
Yep.
And if you guys noticed, each one of them that were interviewing her, they were just different in her presence. And it's not that she demands respect. She commands respect. Yes, and there's a difference. Let me explain. When you demand something, that means you have to ask for it, right? When you command respect, it means that the other people do it on their own volition. You don't have to beg for that. You don't have to ask for that. That's the difference, guys. I aspire to be the type of lady who walks into a room and commands respect. Like you automatically want to change your posture. You automatically want to change the words that are coming out of your mouth because of my presence. And I will say time and time again that being a lady never goes out of style. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. Yeah. I aspire to have that level of just regalness and respect. Let me know what you guys think in the comments.
Woo. Man, I think she said it all right there. Give it up for this young lady. Please. I hope this type of thing goes viral. Of course, I'm looking at it now. It only has, 477 likes. So shout out for Hey Lady by Tania. This is the type of stuff we need to be pushing forward. We need to offer an alternative to what is being pushed out in the public. We need to offer an alternative to Sexy Red and Nicki Minaj and Megan Thee Stallion and all these others that are out here twerking their way to the election. And let's go back to something more regal, something more worth respecting. Because I can tell you a lot of the frustrations that a lot of women are having have a lot to do with not commanding respect. If anything, you hear a weak demand for respect and it's not respected. So anyway, man, it was deep. Shout out to Phylicia Rashad. She's got a play on Broadway right now. If you're in New York City, go check it out. It's called Purpose. The play is called Purpose. Directed by Phylicia Rashad. This is her Broadway directing debut. So most definitely go check that out if you get a chance. I think Denzel's also in New York doing Othello right now. So you can check that out too. You can make it a whole weekend. I'm sure those tickets are $1,000 though. So don't break the bank. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, if you like this video, like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell notification for all uploads. If you want to watch more, please watch one of these videos down below. Make sure you sign up for Faucette Media Direct. That's my streaming service. The link is in the description. This is Faucette Media.